welcome to EXPGaming, where we're playing through the challenges here with me, Pobble. Let's start at the beginning. Reverse the assault. First challenge, and see how we get on. Okay, so in this scenario, we're on 5 health. Garruk's on 11 health. We've got to weather his assault and then turn it against him. So, 2 parts to this. First, we need to survive, and then we need to work out how to deal the 11 damage. So, we enter on Garruk's combat phase, so he's attacked with everything. So first of all, we need to stay alive. So let's have a look at what everybody has. So first of all, Sentinel Spider for Garruk, Vigilance and Reach. Vigilance, you'll note that's why it hasn't tapped when it's attacking. Deadly Recluse, Reach and Death Touch. Stampeding Rhino with Trample. And onto what we have, we've got the Dragon Hatchling, the Goblin Piker, and the Reckless Brute. And then in hand, we've got Volcanic Fallout, Panic Attack, one of my favourite cards, Act of Treason here. Gain control of target creature until end of turn, and then untap that creature, it gains haste. And finally, Fling. As an additional cost of Fling, sacrifice a creature. Fling deals damage equal to sacrifice creature's power to target creature or player. Another thing I'd like to note is that Garruk has 0 cards in hand, so that means that everything he has is on the board. There are going to be no nasty surprises waiting for us. So, okay, let's get on to blocking. All our creatures have 1 defense, so that means if we ever end up blocking the Stampeding Rhino, most of its damage is going to go through them. Also, the Sentinel Spider, 4/4, and the Deadly Recluse, 1/2. So let's see, that's a total of 9 damage. We're going to need to block 5 of that damage, so that only 4 gets through. So it makes sense to let the Stampeding Rhino through, since most of its trample damage is going to go through anyway, and block the other 2. So we have 3 creatures, and we want to choose which 2 to block with. So taking a look, the Goblin Piker is a weak 2/1. We don't really mind if that dies, so we'll throw that in as a blocker. And then it's between the Dragon Hatchling and the Reckless Brute. Now the Reckless Brute is a 3/1, and the Dragon Hatchling is a 0/1, but the Dragon Hatchling has fire breathing, which means it's got potential to get really goddamn big. So ideally I want to keep the Dragon Hatchling and throw away the Reckless Brute. So that's going to stop 4/5 damage, let through 4, leave us on 1 health, which we're fine with. So then we need to work out how, with this blocking configuration, we're going to deal the 11 damage. So we're going to want to wait for most of our 3 mana we've got this turn. So let's see what we can do. These creatures are both going to die anyway. We're not going to save them. Oh, whoops, just let me redeclare blockers before I do something embarrassing. So what was I going to say? Yeah, the Reckless Brute and the Goblin Piker, they're going to die anyway. So it makes sense to use our mana on Fling, because once we declare blockers, it doesn't matter if we then kill these blockers preemptively. We can do that, and we won't receive the damage from the Sentinel Spider, for instance. So that would give us 3 damage, putting Garruk to 8. So we need to find another 8 damage to do, and the mana we'd have available next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the moment, and the 1 land we're definitely going to play next turn. So 7 mana to play with to deal 8 damage. Act of Treason is going to be our key card here, because once Garruk attacks, 2 of his creatures are tapped, Sentinel Spider will be untapped, so if we were to use Act of Treason on the Sentinel Spider, Garruk would have 0 blockers. So doing that with the Sentinel Spider would guarantee the Sentinel Spider and the Dragon Hatchling get through to deal their damage. So that's 4 damage from the Spider, and then we'd have used 3 mana using Act of Treason. That would leave 4 mana remaining, which we're going to spend to bump up the Dragon Hatchling to a 4/1. So that would give us the 4/1 Dragon Hatchling and the 4/4 Sentinel Spider, which, as you can see, will give 8 damage, completing the 11 with Fling, which would kill Garruk. I'm just going to have a look at these other cards. Volcanic Fallout, it's a good card, but we're on 5 health, right? So anything that does 2 damage to us is probably not going to be that great, especially since on our turn we're probably only going to be on 1 health anyway. Also, it does 2 damage to each creature and each player, so all of our creatures would die. So that's why we sort of ruled out Volcanic Fallout. Other cards, Panic Attack, up to 3 target creatures can't block this turn. That's never going to be really useful for us, because we've already established that 2 of his creatures, 2 of Garrett's creatures are not going to be able to block anyway. So the only reason we use Panic Attack is to stop the Sentinel Spider blocking. But if we're going to pinch it anyway with the Act of Treason, we don't need to do that. And Fling we are using. So let's give that a try, see what happens. So blocking there. Oh shit. I forgot to cast Fling. That's embarrassing. Hang on a minute. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, I'll try that again real quick. And remember to stop timer on Fling this time. Oh dear. Right, so Garrick attacks with everything. Same analysis holds as before. Let's block and block, immediately stop timer. You don't want to forget this. And then immediately fling the Reckless Brute at Garruk, so dealing 3 damage to him. And you'll notice that the damage from the Sentinel Spider doesn't carry through. So there we go, left on 1 health as planned. Play down our land. Going to pay out Act of Treason, pinching that Sentinel Spider, and would you look at that, Garrett's got no blockers now, absolutely none. Then pump the Dragon Hatchling to 4 to make it a 4-1, and that should complete our last 8 damage. So it's really not too bad as long as you remember to cast Fling. If you don't remember to cast Fling, then obviously it won't go down well. So let's swing in and finish this off. And that's basically how you do the challenges. I'll be releasing a series of videos showing you how to do the next few challenges in the upcoming weeks. Don't forget to follow my buddy Rook, who casts with me. He's going through the campaign at the moment, so follow him if you want a little beginner's guide to the campaign. And we also play two-headed giants on the ladder servers, so come join us on there and battle us. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.